Purple eye in the canyon. That's where I didn't even realize. I always like to see, some people drop it.
Yeah.
Some people lightly shut it. Some people slam it. And I was always curious.
I just want a good snap.
Yeah, sure. I was
It's
curious
just
if it
kinda
said
like
something about people's
hitting a
personality.
Copenhagen can.
But somebody told me that that's like there's like actually a specific way to shut it. You're supposed to like slam it shut.
Oh yeah. Well,
So that you're supposed to. You have to.
All right. Where are the cameras at?
That one's yours right there.
Oh, that one over there.
You have to look
oh, well,
deep,
Christ Almighty! Now it's on the wrong side.
deep into their eyes.
Ladies and gentlemen, this is the Jarrod Morris show.
And I mean,
the Jarrod Morris vibe.
I mean, deep into their eyes.
Yeah.
Ooh, brooding.
Ooh. Hey, let me get in there.
As he whispers, let me get in there.
The Jarrod Morris vibe. Season 2. Take 1.
See, I just get my guests to do all the work, right? So you have to hold that and your ashtray the whole time.
Okay, that one's heavier. It would be better. It weights it out.
So you're playing in Denton today. You don't have to hold that.
I am. No, I kind of like it, though. It's kind of fun. The Jarrod Morris show. Vibe. I don't know why.
Because vibe is kind of a dumb word.
No, not really. It's actually great because it's a different show.
Oh, you think so?
Yeah.
I've heard people like in Nashville and stuff have like gotten tired of the word vibe. Everybody says vibe now.
This is the Jarrod Morris. This is the Jarrod Morris vibe. Season 2. Take 1.
Are you going to send us a cease and desist if we use that a bunch?
No, you can't. You can do it all you want. I'm here for a reason, and that's to be sued.
I covered a Garth song recently and ruined it. Made it like a punk version.
Yeah.
And I'm hoping. My hope is that I get a
What
cease.
song?
Much Too Young.
Oh, nice.
But we like sped it up and did punk.
I did Shameless.
Oh, wow.
When I was like probably like 10, maybe 9 or 10, we had the old video camera. And yeah, it was.
What do you mean with the old video camera? Like you did a music video for it?
We were singing over the top of it.
Oh.
But we were lip syncing to it, me and my brothers out in our yard. And I actually came across a version of it.
Really?
And I was just like mortified. I was just like, Jesus.
You should put that out, bro.
I got like the do-rag on, and it was pretty funny.
A do-rag?
Well, I call it a do-rag. It's really just a handkerchief.
Oh, like a bandana?
Exactly. Everybody always laughs at me when I say that. They're like, "You're wearing a do-rag?" I was like, well.
I mean, I wouldn't.
Well, it's not a do-rag, but
I mean,
it was a scarf.
Pretty cool look.
Well, at the time.
Yeah, dude.
11 years old.
10, 11. Unfortunately, I'm still lip singing in videos, you know?
Yeah. Well, some people have to.
Yeah, I'm one of those for sure. Tune it up, I just can't. Yeah. Where do you the tuning thing has been interesting to me. When I listen back through y'all's entire catalog and stuff, it doesn't seem like that's been super present for y'all. And like from a production standpoint on y'all's records. It's very raw, which I like.
Mm-hmm.
But even when you started making records and through your whole career, there was obviously some like serious technological changes. And I'm curious how did you like stay true to just keeping it like raw and organic from like a recording standpoint?
Basically, I just I try and write songs that are in a tune that I can sing at, but at the same time, I write most of the tunes. So for me, I just always kind of, I don't know, I've always just kind of written the same kind of vibe, and I've never really wanted to break away from that because I feel like once we had 2 or 3 records out, we had established our sound, and once that's established, I didn't want to break away and like all of a sudden become a pop band or hip hop thing, or just wanted to make sure that stayed Micky and the Motorcars.
Did you get influenced like that way? Like, did you feel maybe from like industry or like the way maybe some other people were having some success with some sounds? Did you feel a pressure to maybe go that way at times?
It was kind of almost fortunate. opposite. Like the people that influenced me were never really made it to be big stars. Like, there was always, Steve Earle and Robert Earle and a lot of Earls. But uh, it was kind of, that's the people that I was listening to when I was a kid that really kind of connected with the style of writing and the style of music that I wanted to put out. I really didn't care, and I've never cared about being the the big show and playing the stadiums and that stuff. I just always wanted to play the music that I wanted to play, and I feel like we've stayed pretty true to that the whole time, and that's what I the main focus my entire career was to stay stay in the pocket of what we like to do, and I just really enjoy playing that. So for me, it transitions over to a live performance really well. To
Yeah.
where if we were to do something different, then I feel like we'd have to bring in all the different things that come along with a record, and I want our records to sound like we sound on stage.
Yeah, for the record too, when I said tuning and stuff, I don't use that shit either.
Oh shit!
I was
No,
joking.
God damn! Like never,
Just to
just
set the
never.
record
I've
straight.
never done it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It feels like it's getting even more important than ever to not, just because of a lot of technology now.
Man, there's so much technology. It's really amazing what they can do.
Oh,
You can be as shitty as you want to be, and they
well,
can
now
make you
you don't
sound
even.
like a champion.
Yeah, dude.
And
Well,
it's
now
like
you don't even have
I
to.
like it to be more organic, and I like it to be what we actually sound like. Because if people don't like what we sound like on our records, they're not going to like what we sound like on stage.
Shit,
So
well, you sound the same.
yeah,
Yeah.
Sorry to interrupt, but Micky, you move your just in a little bit.
sure. Is this better?
You might even. There's a gate on that. You did? Yeah, cool. It should be good. Yeah,
Is this better?
Yes, much better.
or you
Awesome.
can pull it closer if you want to.
Well,
You get a little
I like to
crowded.
pull it, but I do feel like I'm getting a little closer. I have a problem.
So what was the connection to Texas? Was that like, did you come down here a lot or?
No, Texas actually. Well, it started out. I was in Arizona, and I was not starting our band, but I was playing music down there, and I was 17 when I moved down there, and then when I was 18, I moved back down for another winter. I was working for my brother on his ranch, and ended up kind of setting up a studio in my little trailer that I had. And I talked to my brothers, and they were like, "Hey, we're down in Austin. You should come down and visit." And I was like, "Yeah, I'll fly down." So I flew down to visit them. And the great part about it is I got down there and I was going for 7 days to hang out, and I ended up staying for 3 weeks.
Oh,
And that was my first time to Austin. And I just fell in love with the city. It was just incredible.
when do you think that was? Like roughly what year?
That would have been 2000. So that was the first time I went down there, and was just hanging out and got to meet a bunch of great musicians and great people, and the food was awesome, and just everything about it. I was a kid, so for me it was just sky's the limit.
So it was Idaho to Arizona.
I went from Idaho to Arizona. Yeah.
How long
And
were you in
then
Arizona?
I did 2 winters down there, but the first year I was just down there working for my brother, and then the second year I love the weather and just the hang.
Yeah.
So I went back again the second year, and I brought my best friend Gus, who I was teaching how to play bass for the band, and my original drummer Trav, and we went down there and we just were working on songs and having fun, and that was really when I was starting to hit my stride with writing. Is a very early stage of writing, but we would just hang out at the house and play music, and we all had side jobs. I was working at a gas station, and Gus was working at a Levi outlet mall, joint, and Travis was just kind of being Travis. I don't, to be honest, he was just kind of bouncing around. And then I was also working over at the trail riding joint, doing horsing around, if you will.
You said, oh, trail riding.
Yeah, trail riding.
Okay. Is that
Yeah.
so? That's what your family did down there? You
That's
said
what
your
my brother Gary had. He had a business down there. He had bought into, and that's what he had been doing for years, for about 4 or 5 years.
taking people out on trail rides.
Yeah.
Where was that at?
That was in Cave Creek, Arizona. Yeah, just north of Scottsdale.
Cool place though, huh?
Oh, it was awesome.
Yeah, dude.
Yeah. Every time I go back, I go up there, and I go every year for spring training.
Okay.
Baseball. So I always make a travel up there and go kind of see my old haunts and have a good time.
But you had originally, I guess I didn't know, we were kind of briefly talking about, like, you grew up kind of in cowboy. Did y'all ranch?
We never ranched. Like, my family didn't ranch, but I worked for, like, all my friends were ranchers.
Yeah.
So my buddies were all always asking if, like, everybody's always looking for a hand for, coming out, and branding season comes around, and you can go make $13 on a bologna sandwich and that kind of a deal. So I did a lot of that. And then my buddy Ross, he's the one that got me into saddle bronc riding. So I started riding bucking horses.
Like in high school?
Yeah.
Okay.
I was 16 when I was doing that. That's when I started doing that.
Did you rodeo all through high school?
I wasn't in high school. I was only in high school for that 1 year. And then after high school, which I call it after high school. But I did rodeo quite a bit for another year and a half.
But not in college?
No, I didn't go to college. I went to CSI, but I didn't actually go to college. I just took a cabinet making class and rodeoed.
Yeah.
But that's where I went to. Sean Davis had a rodeo school there, and he's one of the classic saddle bronc riders. And so I took his class, and I thought in my mind I was just gonna cruise around the country, and I was gonna rodeo in the daytime and then play music at nighttime in the bars. That was my dream at the time. And then I figured out that I wasn't very good at saddle bronc riding. I was better at playing music, so I decided to put the other one away.
Did you get hurt or anything?
I did.
Was that like what ended it, or was it purely just, I'm not great at this?
It wasn't really what ended it. I just honestly was not great at it, and I was good enough to get by, but I did go to state. No big deal.
Yeah, hell yeah, dude.
But I wasn't great. I was a mediocre saddle bronc rider, so it wasn't something.
I wish I had come here, Booger. I wish I had I love saddle bronc, dude.
Yeah,
I love it. When it's done well, it is just the prettiest.
It's a beautiful beautiful thing.
I like bareback, but there's something just maybe a little too I'm pretty artsy fartsy, so there's something a little too, like, just bear down and freaking just, I don't know. It's like
a little rough.
Yeah.
I got on one bareback horse, and that was enough for me.
Oh yeah. I got a lot of respect
the other thing
for
too,
it,
like when you wedge your hand in there, and you're wedged in there.
Yeah,
it's
man.
not like like when you're saddle bronc riding, you're free to go whenever it happens. When you're on a bareback horse, you're lodged in there like a bastard. So
yeah, except for those stirrups, that can get pretty sketchy.
Well, yeah, I did get hung up one time.
Only once.
Well, a couple times, but one time I did get hung up and went over the side, and my left foot was hung in the stirrup and came down, and my face basically went down, and the bronc came down and put his back hoof right in the middle of my back, and thank God I had a vest on, and just, smashed me into the ground and knocked me out, but popped both my boots off and the whole 9 yards. And I came up, and I just sat up and then just fell down, and I woke up, and there was one of the coaches was there, and he had ran out and grabbed me, and I woke up, and he was pushing my legs like this, trying to get air back into my stomach, I guess.
Oh,
And
you're
I
like,
was
stop.
but
If I
yeah,
could
no,
breathe, I
yeah,
would say,
exactly. I woke up
stop
and I was just
this.
like,
What are you
what is
doing?
happening right
Yeah.
now?
I don't really know if
yeah,
there's any situation
but
that a
yeah,
coach needs to be doing
yeah,
that.
exactly. Shouldn't be, but
Yeah.
I'm glad he did.
It
That,
actually got the
yeah,
win back?
yeah,
Is that a thing? I've never
it
heard that.
really is. It's
Moving,
crazy.
doing that with your legs?
Yeah,
Oh, I've never.
it's weird. Anyway,
Hmm.
but yeah, I woke up and got up, and they helped me out of the arena, and then I had to get up the next day and go do it again, and it was definitely a chalk mark on the event for me. It was like, Jesus, this is dangerous.
I'm interested musically about if you're coming out of that environment and that culture, you're into cowboy stuff. I mean, I'm sure you like a lot of old traditional country and things like that.
Absolutely.
But what was there a conscientious decision to not go that direction?
Yeah, there definitely was. I finally was like, I grew up playing music, so it was more of an avenue for me to go make money, and I wasn't gonna go make money riding saddle bronc horses. Like that was
Sure.
not gonna be a deal.
Or I mean,
So
like the whole idea where you're not going to just like do the hat act thing
oh
and
yeah.
play the old crooner type
No,
stuff.
I still love the whole ranching atmosphere of life. I really do. I think it's a cool thing, and you learn so much. You learn how to fix fence. You learn you learn how to work, and that taught me a lot and for work ethic. And I think that's helped me out a ton in the world of music because you show up on time, you do your job, and you get paid to do your job, and that is basically a cowboy lifestyle, and that's what I have taken that into music.
Hmm. Yeah. How about, is it interesting to you nowadays to see how like everybody's in a cowboy hat and they're all pushing that type of thing? And
Yeah, I mean it's one of those things that like, you know, I feel like I don't I don't really feel like that there's a problem with that because that's been going on forever. Like it's a persona. It's a thing that if you're singing country music, you should be wearing a cowboy hat, and
did you have a lot of people like
it's a
tell
dress up.
you? I mean, obviously you've worn hats and stuff, but
Yeah,
you've always had a little bit more of like a rock and roll edge to you, in
yeah.
my opinion. I don't
Well,
know if that's accurate, but
yeah, but the cowboy thing to me with that whole deal is like I've known that from the Riders in the Sky back when I was a kid and like way back in the day. Like that, it's a show. You're putting on a show, and people want to see what they want to see. And if you're going to be singing country songs and cowboy songs, then people want to see a cowboy. That's just the way it is. And I don't care who you are, and really don't care about the fact that people do that. But I do feel like there's a lot of people out there that are just doing it because that's what people want to see. And it's like, I, I always would like to say, "Hey, can you saddle my horse?"
ah,
you know,
totally.
like there is something about that. Like I feel like if you do put on the hat, then you should be able to at least be able to climb
A
on a
little
pony.
bit. Yeah,
You
sure,
know?
sure.
Like saddle your own horse and ride it.
Yeah.
But that's just a personal thing.
Yeah, because I always like, I mean,
How do you feel about it?
I mean, I definitely like a certain level of authenticity for
Yeah,
sure.
for sure.
I had somebody recently though say the most authentic thing you can do is admit that you're really not that authentic,
Yeah,
which there was a lot of truth there. I can't.
yeah.
You remember who said that, Micah? It was somebody recently said that to me, and yeah, because like all of us just have a certain amount of just bullshit in us.
Oh, absolutely.
You
Yeah,
know, it's
there's
like you think you're
absolutely.
being so unique and authentic, but it's like, why do you wear jeans? It's like
Yeah,
we all wear jeans. It's like
yeah,
you're not that hip.
yeah,
Yeah.
exactly.
Like we're all herd animals to a
Yeah,
certain degree. So I
yeah,
I take a certain level of, I guess, like I don't get too hyped up about it. If somebody's really like bumping their gums though and like going on about, how cowboy they are,
Yeah.
It's like I had to learn that at a pretty early age,
Yeah.
just because of where I grew up, you know.
Yeah.
Like if you were gonna
Yeah.
rodeo, I mean, and then it's just multi-generational, massive ranches, or world champion rodeo cowboys is like kind of
Right.
what I was around, and I wasn't raised with that. My family wasn't in it, so
But you were around it.
oh,
all the
for
time.
sure.
Yeah.
But it took care. It's like I was like surfing and playing sports and
Right.
just doing all that type of
Right.
racing
And did you
motocross.
wear cowboy hats?
No, not when I was young.
Yeah.
No, because I didn't. I had
Yeah.
no claim to, and then you
Yeah.
would just really quickly just be like, "What are you
Yeah.
doing?"
Yeah.
Like,
Yeah.
so
Well,
it just took
yeah.
care of itself.
Absolutely.
And it wasn't until because my brother-in-law was a horseshoer, and so it was like right after high school I started working for him, and he's like my older brother basically.
Yeah.
He taught me how to
Oh,
saddle the horse, taught me how to swing a rope, taught me how to shoe horses. So it was like it all came
shoeing
from
horses.
him,
Jesus.
And then it
Oh,
wasn't
thanks.
until I started doing that. Yeah, I mean, so I guess there was an element of like until I had like if somebody called me out,
Yeah.
I could at least like had some level of understanding and
Yeah.
could do something, right?
Sure.
I always joke I get the
Yeah.
horseshoer pass,
Yeah.
you know.
Well,
It's like
that's the
the
toughest
same.
job there is, to be
Yeah.
honest with you.
Well,
Like when we were on ranches when we were kids, it was like that was the joke was if anybody asks if you can shoe a horse, the answer is no.
yeah.
Even
Yeah,
if
totally.
if
Even
even if
if you
the
can,
answer is
yeah.
yes.
I still get people at shows that'll come up to me and they're like, I know you don't really shoot anymore, but I mean, I got a couple.
You're
if
going,
you-"
yeah.
I'm like,
It's like,
damn. I mean, at least lead off with like,
yeah.
I really like your music.
Yeah, right.
Come on, dude.
Hey man.
Yeah.
I got a handful of nails in it.
Yeah, dude. But yeah, I mean,
no,
so
that is one of the toughest jobs out there,
yeah,
without a doubt. I mean, I've never been more just felt sorry for people shoeing horses in my life, because we used to have 60 head that guys would have to run through in like 4 days, getting 20, 30 done a day, as many as they can a day,
yeah.
and just watch that's no fun.
At
Like-
least
like,
now the prices have gotten where like,
true.
I mean, you make
and
a
I have
freaking
heard that,
good living, but I mean, yeah, you
Yeah.
pay for it, you
Yeah.
know, like
but still, I mean, that job that's hard on a body.
for sure. Later in life, I mean, I don't know any of them that are because like my brother-in-law's dad, I learned from him a lot too, and like he's in the Shoeing Hall of Fame, and
Wow.
he's
Your brother-in-law?
his dad.
Oh, his father.
Yeah,
Okay.
yeah. But like, dude, we used to freaking do. Like when I first started working for my brother-in-law, dude, I didn't even know how to put a halter on a horse.
Yeah.
Like we're talking like bare bones.
How old?
I would have been like 18, 17,
Yeah.
18, something like that, I think. And yeah, and it's just interesting. I actually have a lot of respect for people that are there's a lot of people that go through their life that like never try anything new,
Mhm.
typically because of like fear of embarrassment,
Sure. Yeah.
fear of failure. I have a lot of respect for people that just dive into something
Yeah.
without knowing anything about it
Yeah,
and just being like, "Hey,
absolutely.
I'm an idiot. I don't know what I'm doing." Because it's
Absolutely.
it's embarrassing.
It really is.
especially in that culture. Because
Yeah.
it's But for the most part,
Yeah.
if you're forthright and you're like, "I don't know what I'm doing,"
Yeah.
like you don't
Yeah.
have to shame me. I'm not
Yeah,
claiming
right.
to
I
know
mean,
anything.
yeah.
Most people are super helpful, and
That's the best way to go into any job,
I think so.
because you don't know what you're doing no matter what. I don't care how many books you read about it until you're in the meat of it. There's nothing.
No
that
doubt.
you're going to have to learn from some old boy that's giving you shit on the sidelines, like, now watch this. Watch this. He's about to watch
Yeah.
this. He's about to get kicked. Watch this.
Yeah, and you just
and
got to
it's like,
deal with it. I mean,
yeah.
there's a certain level of shame that you just
Yeah.
that's necessary.
Yeah. Absolutely.
It was a great way to enter it because, like, ironically, there was people that I ended up shoeing for that, like, their parents are horse trainers and really fancy horses, and they are like so handy. Like,
Yeah.
the kids were and stuff.
Yeah.
But like, you get them around some like young horses, or even like starting a colt or something,
Yeah.
and they were like, they always sent their colts off,
Sure.
to get
Yeah.
started, and
Yeah.
they were like really handy once you like had a handle on one.
Yeah.
But so it was actually kind of interesting. Like I did it all backwards. Like I don't ride particularly well. But like starting a colt or something, I feel really comfortable with.
Yeah.
And but I
That's-
started
yeah,
in like
that
a
is
weird
interesting.
way.
You must have a good thing with.
Well, I think it comes from the shoeing for sure.
Yeah.
You're just in
Yeah.
such squirrely situations on
Absolutely.
the ground that like
Yeah.
it just gets you a pretty
Start-
good read on it.
Sure.
Especially
Absolutely.
starting where you just don't know anything.
Yeah.
And you're
Yeah.
willing to listen to people
Yeah.
too.
No, absolutely.
Yeah.
Like I said, I didn't get into the same deal. I really didn't get into really being real hands-on with ponies until I was probably 17.
I love
around
them,
there.
dude.
But yeah, our a buddy of ours that was running the ranch with my brother, he bought a bunch of colts, and we all got to pick a colt and go work them in the round corral, and he took us to uh, a couple of seminars and stuff for horse training and
Do you remember
stuff.
who it was you went to?
I should know the name, but it was the original horse whisperer.
Please tell me it's like Pat Pirelli or something.
I think it was.
No way.
I think so. Yeah, and
That's
he
pretty
did.
wild.
He had like the microphone on,
Yeah.
and he brought the colt out and did the whole thing. But like it taught me a lot just sitting there in the stands, just like you were watching a movie. Like, and it was really cool to see him work this colt from nothing to just had him in the hands.
Yeah.
By the end of the 2-hour seminar, he had a saddle on him and was riding him around. It was just like, holy shit.
Yeah,
so
there was a
cool.
phase there where people got like some of that stuff can get a little hocus pocusy.
Yeah.
Like there's a time to, be stern with one.
Sure.
But there has to be some release.
Oh,
And dude,
absolutely.
it teaches you a ton about yourself if you're willing to, like when you're sitting there on one and it's fighting you and you just can't get it to do what you want it to do and you're getting mad.
Mhm.
It's like being able to just sit there and go, okay, like there's clearly something I'm not communicating properly.
Exactly.
And just whooping on this thing ain't
Yeah,
gonna.
That's not.
There's one thing if
yeah.
there's one that's like mean
Yeah.
and you're like,
There's-
you gotta exert some dominance. But then if it's just scared and doesn't know what you want from it,
Yeah.
I mean, getting aggressive with it and mad
Yeah.
at it ain't gonna do anything. So you have to like,
It means you both don't know what you're doing.
that's a fact. Yeah, and being able to. I mean, there's a lot of people that I'm guilty of it too, but like a lot of people go through their life and they're always pointing out at everything around them.
Sure.
Like, well, they're wrong for that. They're wrong
Yeah.
for that. And like, it's because
Absolutely.
of this, as opposed to just sit in it and be like,
Yeah.
hold on.
Yeah.
There's clearly something I'm doing.
There's something that's not going right for a reason.
Yeah.
And a lot of times it could be as simple as take the spurs off. It could be as simple as loosen up the back cinch. It could be get off of it and walk it around.
Yeah.
Give it a rest.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I love them, dude. Yeah, I love them so much. I wish I had more time with them.
I do too.
Yeah.
I really do. I don't get to work with horses at all. It's been 15, 20 years since I really got to like actually work with a horse.
So you don't have, what's your setup back at home?
I live in
Idaho,
I live in
right?
Boston, Massachusetts.
Oh, how did I miss
There's
that?
no horses. There's no horse
How
around.
did you end up in Boston?
My wife, Allie, and
Okay.
I got my daughter out there, and that's where we live. That's where she's from. So that's
Whoa.
yeah. I ended up. My mom is from Massachusetts, ironically, and it's just it's ironic thing, but
What a wild
Yeah.
combination of
yeah.
I haven't spent like any time up there.
Oh,
I
you should come out sometime.
Yeah,
come
dude.
hang out. It's awesome. It's a lot of fun. I'm like, probably 25, 30 minutes from Fenway Park on the train. Drops me off right there at Yawkey Way. And
Do you have a?
it's
Is
not
that a? Oh,
Yawkey
that's a
anymore,
Dodgers
but
hat. I was thinking
It is
like-
it's a Dodger hat.
Okay. I thought there was a
doesn't-
B on
Well,
the
it's Brooklyn.
Oh, that's
Brooklyn
right.
Dodgers. Yeah.
That's OG stuff.
Yeah.
Heck,
Yeah.
when were the Dodgers in Brooklyn? How long ago was that?
I think they went to L.A. in I want to say 61. I
Dang.
want to say there.
So
But
that hat's
right
from
around there.
what? The 50s or something?
No, the hat's like a new. It's just
Oh,
a new age.
I was totally setting
reprint.
you up.
It's a reprint.
Yeah, but come on. We got to develop like a great story about that hat.
No, well, okay. This is my great grandfather's
Floating down the river.
old
I dove in.
Tom McGillicuddy Braun. Yeah.
The river was iced over.
Oh, you wouldn't believe the times that he had standing outside begging for coins so he could get into the old Brooklyn Dodger game. Yeah, no.
He
That's just,
single-handedly won
yeah,
World War II.
but he kept it aside for me. He said to my mother.
I like McGillicuddy.
Yeah, well,
is great.
McGillicuddy's a great name.
Oh, come on, bro.
Yeah.
So what's the biggest difference between like Boston culture and the way people are in like Idaho?
It's pretty night and day. If you want just a direct answer to that. Everybody in Idaho is a lot more Western, a lot more laid back as far as you get up in the morning, you got to go to work. So you get up and you go to work, but your job takes all day long. And they do it at a pace that's a little bit more kind of like we were talking with horses. You do it as it feels right, you know. And I feel back east, everybody gets up and they're like, I need to get this done now. Let's go, let's go, let's go. So it's just a faster moving pace back there with everyone. And the attitudes, in my opinion, are not any different. Like everyone says, everyone back east is uptight and kind of assholes, and it's not at all. Like everybody is still got a great demeanor. They're just trying to get their shit done, and there's just so many people surrounding it that you have to
No space.
move.
Yeah.
I gotta go move, you know, and that's just the way it is. You know, it's not a mean hearted thing. It's just the way it is. It's like, let's get it done. And back west, you have the space to, you have to walk through the field, and you have to like, there's a lot of other things that are going on. So I feel like they get a lot of stuff done at the same time. But it just takes a lot longer because it's a lot bigger.
Yeah. Yeah. So, yeah, I mean, I think in any major city, it would probably be a similar energy just because you're all stacked in on top of each
Yeah,
other.
for the most part it is. I definitely find myself getting a little more wound up when I do go back home to Idaho. I definitely feel like
People are
are
like,
yeah,
chill,
I'll
bro.
honk at I'll honk at people at when the lights been green for 7 seconds, you know, and it's like that's just people.
Dude, ironically,
And I'll be
I
like,
get,
come on, and then they're why? What's happening?
I'm that
You
guy.
didn't have to honk at me, you know. And it's like, well,
I drive like a grandpa, dude. Bad. And I just
yeah,
don't pay attention.
yeah.
I'm like,
Well,
just
then
freaking-
you're the guy I
oh,
honk at.
100%, dude. Then you see my stupid face when you're doing it, pisses you off more. You're like, gosh, that
Right.
freaking guy. I get honked at the most, ironically, in Oklahoma.
Yeah,
And my Oklahoma buddies tell me it probably is because I have Texas plates. I'm also not paying attention. I'm driving slow.
yeah,
And I have Texas plates. But I don't
Yeah.
get honked at as much in Texas.
yeah.
I don't know
It's
why.
not a real. I'm not going to lie to you. It's not a very honk. It's not a honky state. But
As much
it's
honky
funny how
tonking
you-
is going on.
yeah,
here,
there's a
it's
lot
just
of
like-
honky tonking
yeah,
going on.
But I think people are kind of worn out on it.
Yeah.
You know?
Yeah, no, it's funny. Years ago, my buddy Jazz from Reckless Kelly, we used to drive around, and he's from back east, and he would, you know, he'd beat
Just a little-
little
yeah,
nudge,
sure,
give
just-
people a nudge,
Yeah.
you know, and he used to be like, nobody honks out here. Gotta
No.
bring, and he used to say to me, to be like, we got to bring the honk back.
Just a little like, I can't quite decide if there's a part of me that can appreciate just a good, long, extended
Yeah, well,
honk.
especially these days with people like are on their phones so much that it's like, I'm sorry, I'm not going to sit here while you read a text message.
I also,
And it's not that I want to fight you. I just,
Sure.
I would
Just
like
a little
to
toot.
proceed.
yeah, but I don't understand the energy of like, if you are the one that's in the wrong, somebody kind of toots at you a little bit and then you like flip them off.
Yeah.
What?
No,
You were wrong.
no.
He's just saying, hey,
for
like
me,
I usually wave.
For
I just-
me,
my
that's
bad.
a sorry.
My
yeah,
bad. My bad.
Exactly. Sorry, bud.
I have like a deep fear too that sometimes my wave is not coming. Like I worry at times that they think I'm flipping them off.
Right.
Like what if they didn't see it?
You really got to spread the hand, the
Just-
fingers out a lot.
Yeah, probably says way. I have a deep fear about
Yeah.
a stranger that I don't know and I'll never see again misinterpreting
Yeah.
me.
Yeah.
Me
that's-
hurting their feelings.
Oh gosh,
That's
that would
weird.
be the worst.
Why would
wouldn't
I
it?
care about that?
God, you're gonna lose sleep at night. Just laying there in bed shivering.
I mean, if I'm being honest with you, it's not that extreme, but I would think about it as I continue to drive. I really hope that person didn't think I flipped them off.
Yeah,
I haven't flipped somebody off in a long time.
it's been a while. I can't even remember the last time for me either. But
I've laughed.
it's
at people.
definitely happened before,
Yeah, for sure.
but not very often for me.
Really?
I'm usually the opposite, and I'm usually on your side of the deal going, I'm sorry.
I'm so sorry.
I don't know how to communicate. I'm sorry, but I'm sorry.
I've had it where people are going at me, like you can see them
Oh,
cursing
yeah.
at me, and I'll just be like, I know, I'm
Yeah,
terribly
I
sorry.
know. It was me.
I'm really sorry.
It was me.
And then they don't know how to respond to it.
Yeah,
It's like pisses them off
exactly.
more.
You know what I do, which really pisses people off, actually, other than flipping people off, which I do a lot, is the thumbs up.
Oh, just a solid. Oh, dude.
And it really makes people mad.
Oh, yeah.
But I do it all the time.
If you hit me with one, I'd be like, that
Exactly.
guy.
Yeah. I'm not going to do it if I'm in the wrong. But if somebody else is in the wrong and
Oh,
they come
that's
around,
funnier.
instead of flipping them off, I just give them the old,
Like, great job. Dude.
nice job. Nice working. Nice working with you.
Nice working with you. Yeah. Just put them in their place.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's funny. How do y'all end up handling touring then? Do you fly in and then y'all link
Yeah,
up?
I just fly wherever I need to go. I have a house in Austin still with my brother Willie, so I can fly in there and then stay, and then jump in the bus and hit the road, and we're gone. Or if, like last night, we were playing in Dallas, so I just flew straight into Dallas.
Where'd y'all did you play the Kessler? Where'd you play?
We were at the Toyota Center Music Hall.
Yeah, big place.
Yeah, so we played there last night, and then yeah, just whatever works out for me. As far as if we're on the road, sometimes I fly into Oklahoma City and rent a car and drive out to whatever town we're playing in, or I'll fly in wherever, Wyoming, Denver. Like, I get as close as I possibly can to make it worth more time at home.
Yeah.
That's my MO.
Most of the guys are in Austin. Are you right?
All the guys are in
Oh,
Austin,
okay.
yeah.
Yeah.
Well, actually not. Bill Corbin, he's in our
Fort-
bass player. He's a
yeah.
Fort Worth guy,
Yeah.
yeah. So
Yeah, I love Bill.
Yeah, Bill's a great guy.
Mhm.
It's been so much fun having him out with us. It's been a nice breath of fresh air having a new guy, and he's now becoming not a new guy anymore. He's been with us for over a year, so
Mm-hmm.
but it's been fun.
Mm-hmm. Y'all just dropped a new record in June, right?
Yes. Yeah. June 10th. Still in my brain for some reason. I don't know why.
The date or the record?
The date.
Oh.
That's when we dropped it, June 10th. But anyway. Yeah. It's been fun having a new record out and touring new songs. And it's kind of a hard place to be in for a band that's been together for almost 25 years, to have a catalog that we have, to now smash new stuff that we want to play and then old stuff that everyone wants to hear.
It's like impossible.
It's yeah, if you're not George Strait, where you can just do medleys, or Willie Nelson, where you can just do a half of the song and the chorus and then go right into the next portion of it. It's tough because like I say, our our crowds are not that size, so you're not going to get away with it. But
Oh, that's funny.
it's a
Does
decent.
it doing something like that you think kind of comes off a little weird or something?
I just feel like people want to hear the whole thing, and I don't know. Maybe I'm wrong. Maybe they would rather just us do some medleys here and there, so they get to hear a piece
Yeah, that way
of
they could
it.
hear more of them.
Yeah. That actually maybe would make sense.
Yeah, I don't feel like it would.
Well,
be.
maybe I'll do it. Okay,
Yeah,
fine.
Yeah. Well, honestly,
Fine.
this is
All right, we're doing it.
Yeah. I can. Yeah, it was a difficult sell, but
It's the medley tour.
he quickly crumbled with
Just like that.
Just.
He fell to pieces.
I don't think it would be weird based on like audience.
No, it
size
might
or
be kind of
anything.
cool to do a little run of like a whole record where you could just bump.
I actually think it's the opposite. I think it's weirder for like the huge artists to do it.
Yeah.
You know?
Well, I don't know though. I think it's easier for them because it's like people want to hear every song, and they've paid such a large
Oh, okay.
amount of money, and like they want to get X, Y, and Z. And I think with our shows, they're just coming out to see us lay it down the way that we normally do, and you get what you get. And I do my best to try and throw in as much of the favorites as I possibly can. But some like last night I had one tune that wasn't on there that we normally always do. It was Carolina Morning, and sure as shit, three people came up to me afterwards. They was like, "Well, why don't you play Carolina Morning?"
What do you say?
I said, "Well, I can't play it every single night, but that's just the way it is, and I don't really know. I'm sorry, basically. Come next time. Well, it'll be on there next time. Trust me, it's usually always on there."
It's not at all the same thing because the person was requesting some random cover song or something. It was some lady screaming like Shania Twain or something. And she was right there on the side of the stage. And I was an opener too. So I was already just getting crushed,
Right.
And I'm kind of over towards her side of the stage. And she goes, Shania Twain. She had her back to the stage too. And she just Shania Twain,
Right.
And I just go, no. And she goes, why? And I go, I don't want to. And it was and she was like, ugh.
Because, man, I feel like a woman.
Yeah. It's too on the head, People are going to get the wrong idea.
Yeah. No, that's so funny.
Because I don't want to.
Yeah. No, because I don't want to.
It's a jarring response.
Well,
but
it's the same deal. Robert Earl one time said the same thing. If he doesn't play The Road Goes On Forever, it's like the house starts on fire. And he's like, man, sometimes I don't feel like playing it.
Sure.
I've read the book a billion times.
Yeah.
I'm tired of reading the book some nights.
I understand it.
But you do have to and I don't feel like that's him fighting anything as far as the audience or anything like that. I just feel like some nights you want to take a break from it. If you've been doing a 14, 15-day run and you want to take a night off from one song, I don't think that's an asshole thing to do. I think that's just being a person and being like, switching it up a little bit.
It's been a little interesting because I've only I just put out my third record, and it's been a little interesting. I didn't put out my first record until 2019.
Yeah.
And then even getting my own studio and self-producing stuff now and just exploring sounds. And I've always written my own songs, and I like to co-write too or whatever, but it's always just been a creative endeavor for me.
Yeah.
Sometimes I write it in the studio. Sometimes I'm just jamming with guys and we come up with a cool thing, but it's always just been I just want to do stuff that I like and I think is cool. And it's been interesting now that my first record, there was the biggest song on it kind of didn't even really belong with a lot of the other songs.
Yeah.
It kind of had more of a rock and roll thing to it. And then now my new record is very rock and roll. And I've had people say oh, well, I like your new stuff, but don't change too much. I like your first stuff more. And I answered somebody the other day and I was just yeah, I mean, I still just sit at my kitchen table and write them.
Yeah.
I don't, it's not like I'm doing some crazy other process. I'm still just writing things that I hear in my head.
Yeah.
And ironically, my new
it's
stuff.
not like I decided to write a blues record or something.
Yeah, but even if you did, it's still you.
Yeah.
Yeah. I don't know. And I understand about it being way too, things being too out there. But ironically, my new stuff sounds more like my first biggest song.
Yeah.
That one on that record didn't match up with the other ones I was doing, And it's if anything, I'm going back to, I liked kind of that off that first record. I want more of those,
Right.
And it's just funny, people's perception. It's that's why I feel for me, obviously I'm telling you things you already know, but it's difficult to work through, with just doing things that you want to do and not being too awfully worried about what people think about you.
Yeah.
Especially being the artistic type.
Yeah.
You care. And,
it's fun. That's one of the reasons that I like to co-write with other people for their records, because it gives me that I don't know if it's an artistic release to be able to go write for somebody else that is doing a different thing that I'm doing, but I know that they're writing for their record and I know what their sound is. So I do get to do what you're talking about. I do get to write a different genre of music and kind of get that release, but then it doesn't have to come out in our band because everyone's going to go, what the hell, you guys, what are you doing there? So for me, it helps out a lot to do it with somebody else, let them take the music, let them do what they want with it. And I still get the gratification of that. And at the same time, I don't have to listen to the chirpings of, you guys sound nothing like you. What?
Yeah.
But
Yeah,
I also feel like, as an artist and a writer, you should be able to do whatever you want, whenever you want.
Sure.
You can, I don't care if you write books, you can write a novel, or you can write you can be Stephen King, or you can, do whatever you want.
Yeah.
I feel like you don't have to stick to the same script all the time.
Because as serious as I take what I do, like I try my absolute hardest, right? Maximum effort. But at the same time, like we're talking about like music and art. I just don't get that fired up about it. Like the idea that people get like angry about like, wow, that ain't country, man, that guy sucks. Like, I'm just like, dude, he's probably a cool guy. Like, I'm not into the music, but this isn't like a personal,
Yeah, and it's country now,
Yeah.
like that. It is country. I'm
Yeah.
sorry, I hate to tell you that, but
Yeah.
I agree with you. It's not.
Yeah. There's people doing some really important stuff in the
Yeah,
world.
it's not old school country, but
Yeah.
it's still country.
Totally.
So, I don't know.
And once the curtain gets pulled back from
Yeah.
like on how music is actually made,
Yeah.
I think most people would be surprised in the studio how many references get thrown out and like, oh, that kind of has like a thing like this. Like, oh my gosh, what about that?
Right.
And then when it comes out, people are like, they want to identify it as this very specific genre thing. But if they knew some of the references and influences that were brought up, like in the recording process, they'd probably be shocked.
Yeah.
Like,
No,
really, that
absolutely.
came from
Oh,
there.
yeah.
Oh.
How'd you get that sound?
But I guess it's probably always
Used a
been like
trash
that.
can.
The artist is responsible to just like deliver it in a way that is understandable.
Yeah.
Without it being too out there.
Yeah, I'd say so.
Maybe. It's like a never ending journey for me. I love it so much. It's so fun, but yeah, the marketing end of a lot of this stuff and the early on too, I didn't have any outlets to let like some of those creative juices out. I was just such a lone wolf, just on my
Right.
own. It's like if I was going to put anything out, it had to be just me. I didn't know anybody, and
Right.
it's been nice now, like co-writing and being able to. It's been way easier, like what you're
Yeah.
talking about, to
Yeah.
just put songs aside. Like, oh no, I'll just do that
Yeah.
with that person. Like, I don't.
What do
have
you
to.
do with co-writing? Do you, as far as that goes, when you go in, do you like go in with a couple ideas, or do you have some things linked up in line, or
Yeah,
do you just fall on the sword?
I try to be prepared for every thing that could be thrown my way. So
Yeah.
like, because I guess it depends on if you've like written with the person before and you kind of know their strengths or weaknesses already.
Yeah.
I'm just willing to, if somebody's got like maybe a pretty big ego, or I don't even want to say ego, maybe they're just really great and they could probably get this thing just pushed on their own and they're okay doing that. Like, I'm okay with like being fly on the wall and sitting back and just supporting. If they get hung up on something, it's like, hey, maybe we could go here. And
Yeah.
if they're just like, no, I don't like that. Okay, I'll just wait for my next time to throw something out there.
Sure.
I mean, I try to be just prepared for the moment. So I just like lyrical ideas, title ideas, melodic ideas, chord ideas, and just be prepared for any kind of thing that might be. And then oftentimes it ends up just being like none of that even works. And so you are just falling on the sword.
Sure.
So I don't know, get humbled enough to where you try to be prepared. It's almost like the preparation and just doing it enough kind of just prepares you for the moment, rather than like walking in with just the idea. Like, hey, I was thinking that.
Yeah.
We need to write this one today.
Yeah.
That doesn't really resonate with me
Yeah.
oftentimes. That's definitely the Nashville way of doing it.
Yeah. I always try and go in with a couple of semi already written songs, so you don't just go in and stare at each other in the eyes for 2 hours and then go, oh. here, and sometimes that works. Sometimes you end up with a song that you haven't thought of, and
Yeah.
you get the push back and forth with, you get the personality, and it's more of the people. But I particularly have song ideas in mind for guys and girls that I like to write with, and I will take that, and when I start the song and I get hung up on it, I go, I need to bring this to Edie, or I need to bring it to Jamie Lynn, or I need to bring it to somebody. I always have people in mind that I can definitely fall back on, that I think will have the same mindset on the song. But a lot of times you bring that to the table and it doesn't go anywhere. But for the most part, I feel like it usually hits and resonates to where you can
Yeah, I
get the
figured out
song.
pretty quick in most of the writing sessions I was in, like most everybody's sitting on a bunch of ideas and songs and stuff that they're like not willing to give up almost. And
It's the worst.
yeah, and so
That's
like
the worst.
I kind of just, I guess like I always, and especially because I'm just kind of like the new young guy. Like I don't really have a ton of ground to stand on, so like I'm not gonna walk in and expect somebody to just give me their whatever they think is their greatest
Right.
ideas. So I just try to come in like I'm just giving my best stuff that I have like right then. And if it's
Yeah.
like pretty much done, and they're just like, man, that thing's pretty done. And I'm like, yeah, but I want more.
Yeah.
I want more. I want you to
Yeah.
get on it. And that usually helps. Like I'm not there to like, um, keep something for myself. That seems like a horrible
Yeah.
way to start a collaborative endeavor.
Yeah.
To be like holding
Yeah.
back.
Yeah, no, I feel the same way. I've done that a bunch. I've had it like down to the last. I need one more verse, and it's right there. But I need somebody to turn the knob for me and get my direction going somewhere else.
Well, that's
or
encouraging.
listen to
Yeah.
my, what I have, and then they can go, oh, well, we can go this way, and it turns my brain to a different spot, which I think is really helpful in co-writing. And I feel like that's why I co-write a lot, because I get to a place, and if I don't like it, I don't like it, but that doesn't mean that we won't finish that song the way that they wanted it to be finished. You can go record it, but I still might change that whole verse at the very end of it, and I'll still give you your co-write on it. But I'm like, that wasn't the direction that I was going.
Or the amount of times that maybe there's that like one-off little phrase in the second verse that it's like maybe the song you guys actually did or finished or didn't finish was just not that great, but that one-off line is like, oh, that's dope. Like, what if we just like, let's just freaking throw that thing in the trash can, run over here and do this one.
Yeah.
Like being humbled enough times with that, where it's like the thing that you think you're trying to go for, like if you're just willing to let the music kind of meander and take you
Make
somewhere
its
else.
way,
If you're willing to
yeah.
go there, sometimes it ends up at a really cool place.
Yeah,
And you're
absolutely.
like, oh shoot, I had no idea that was even an option.
Yes, absolutely. And I've had that happen before too, where I've been writing about a love song that turns into a absolute killing song.
Yeah. Yeah.
It's like, well, let's go the other way. And it does open your mind a lot. And I find that writing with women a lot, they have such a different perspective on life in general. It really opens up a lot of my brain cells in the world of, oh, I didn't think about it that way. But the way that they hear what you brought to them is a completely different thing than what you were initially feeling or hearing. And then you go, wow, that's much smarter.
Man, and I've been in some sessions now where I'm definitely over the whole like let 5 people in a room thing. It's just like too much going on.
No,
but
thank you.
in some of those scenarios, like I've been in one where there was 2 girls and there was 3 other guys other than me, and I'm a pretty big personality. But like to watch, and these girls were so good, like melodically and lyrically, they were so good. But they were, I mean, they're in a room with 4 other dudes, and then these guys are just like banging on their guitars
Yeah.
and just like singing at full voice and just like just banging through, like just trying to come up with melodies and just so like unaware of. And I'm not saying I'm like freaking like I was, some God's gift to songwriting that day or whatever, but I at least was sitting back just going like, man, we are like crushing these girls' spirit right now. Like they couldn't get anything out.
Sure.
They just kind of sort of be halfway singing something.
Yeah.
And like some guy would just come in, well, no, what about this? Whoa.
Yeah,
And
yeah.
I was just like, bro, did you even listen to what she just did?
Yeah.
So like at one point I just had to be like, hold on. What were you singing over there? Like just sing, just hold on. Just like everybody chill. Like, would you sing that, And she like comes up with this melody and then the other girl kind of jogs off of her. And they like come up with the whole verse and everything. And it was just beautiful, amazing.
Right. Yeah.
And I was like, it was like disappointing a little bit because, they were just, and so I like empathized with girls in that situation because it's like their voices weren't as loud, they weren't as gregarious, so it's like their ideas were just going to get crushed.
Yeah.
And I hate that in like a creative environment where it's just the squeaky wheel gets the grease.
Yeah,
Screw
I do
that.
too. And I also hate it when people get stuck on something and they won't let it go. And it's just like, no, I'm sorry, it's a horrible line.
Yeah.
It's not a horrible line as much as it is. It's
Just move
just
on.
this is not working for this particular song. So let's keep that in your book or your laptop for most people these days, and move on. Like can we just get past that? Like that is not working, and you have to like. We only have so much time in a songwriting session, and I've been fortunate enough to write with most of the people that I write with are my best friends. So like
You can be real direct with them.
yeah, I can be as direct as I want. They can be direct with me, and like, nope, trash can, and I still write it down and I put a note next to it, good line, other song,
Yeah.
But it's one of those things that for me with my friends that I write with, we usually go and we stay together like for 2 or 3 days, or they come to the house and stay the whole night. So you have all night to keep bouncing different things around. You go to 2 or 3 different songs and you can come back and forth. And that I feel like works out really well because you're not in a songwriting studio in Nashville that you have from 2 to 6 to write this song, and then we'll all email each other back and forth. It's like, nah, I like writing face to face. I don't really do good with the email stuff. It has not been a pan out situation for me.
Interesting.
But
there's parts of me that likes it more because
to go spend your own time with it yourself.
yeah, but
Yeah.
only because like in the co-writing thing, sometimes I hate the performative element of it. That's an aspect of like
Sure.
what will happen when the creativity is
Absolutely.
done, like performing
Absolutely.
it.
Yeah.
But in the moment, like I don't like to feel like I have to sell it.
Yeah.
You know,
I do know what you mean. Yeah.
and like
that
even when I
makes-
present
yes.
an idea, like when I go in and I don't really know somebody that well, I'll just be like, all right, I am being 100% honest with you. If you don't like an idea, just say, I don't like it.
Yeah. And
Or
I'm
just
the
try to
same way.
find some little thing in it that you do like, and then we can go
Yeah.
from there. But like,
Yeah.
don't be afraid to just don't worry about just being like, yeah. Don't worry about taking
Yeah.
care of my like.
Yeah, there's a very good line between saying, I like this part about it.
Yeah,
I hate this part about it.
right.
It's like that's where I don't want it to go, and that's where it seems like that's where it's leading to, and I don't want to like go into that and waste our time because it's not going anywhere.
So I'll like when I'm presenting ideas or whatever, like I'll like close my eyes and just like I'll like say line or I'll just like say lines and just be like, all right, this, just like tell me, just holler at me if you like any of these,
Right.
If you don't say anything, it means you don't like. We'll just move on.
Sure.
And I'll just like close
Yeah.
my eyes or like sing something and just like keep
Yeah.
going through stuff, and rather than like constantly checking in, like, oh, you
Yeah.
like it?
Yeah.
Because I don't want to like even sing for the person really. Just kind of
Yeah.
mumble the melody a little
Sure.
bit. Like, do you like it?
Yeah.
I don't want my performance to sell it, which
Right.
I've noticed at times.
Yeah.
You'll
absolutely.
start this song and somebody just has an amazing voice and like they could sing the phone book and it'd be great.
Yeah. Yeah.
right?
Absolutely.
And I'll even just be like, hey, like, just chill. Like, let's think about
Yeah.
this melody. Is that
Yeah.
really what we want to do?
Yeah.
You know,
Yeah.
is it actually that good, or are you just
Is it?
awesome?
Yeah.
Which,
Yeah.
I mean,
No,
that might even be
absolutely.
nice. It actually works out for me because I'm not that great, so like,
Yeah.
I can't do that.
Yeah.
So it kind of has to make me be a little bit
Yeah.
more
I'd love
thoughtful,
to.
maybe.
Yeah. Exactly. Yeah, I'd love to be the
What a burden
the
to
fly
carry.
on the wall in the day that, Lord, I love that woman wearing
Right?
tight fitting jeans.
Yeah.
Like, what? How did that become a hit?
Oh,
it's
dude.
because it's the singer. And
True.
like,
But man, the simplicity, dude. I
what
always
the
come
hell
back to
is that
Mel.
about?
I always come back to Mel McDaniel.
Yeah.
Down on the corner by the traffic light. I mean, bro, it's so easy to. I just want to. Yeah, there's times I want to be able to write that
There she
simplistic.
goes by. Yeah.
That's-
No, there's a lot of simplicity that goes into tunes that I don't think people really understand. Like, it's like, well, it's just like stream of consciousness a lot of times, you know, and sometimes it hits and sometimes it doesn't, you know. You can't be, for me, you can't be too bang, you know, got up this morning, put on my pants and walked down to you know, but sometimes I woke up this morning.
Yeah, right.
You know,
right.
like, it's like that stuff really works a lot of times. And I also feel like there's so many billions of songs out there that it's hard as a songwriter to not fall into your own mind, into the trap of, am I ripping this off from somebody else? You know, or, you know, like I've done it thousands of times where I've been like, God, did I just rip off this whole song from something else? But then I have to like go through my own personal catalog in my brain of, did I just steal this whole idea and song from somebody else? And you're like, well, so did everybody else. You know?
Right.
Like, I'm just putting it on paper in a different way, you know? So I don't know. It's a hard place to fall when you're wanting to get a good song and not take a line that, not necessarily that you're stealing, but you've rearranged in some format, you know. And I think that's a huge part of songwriting, is not trying to be too over creative, because you get too over creative and all of a sudden it's just a jumbled bunch of words that everyone doesn't really know what the hell is going on at the end of it. It's just got a great melody with a great singer.
That's why co-writing helps me.
Exactly.
It gives me confidence too.
Yeah.
If something is like really simplistic, when you're like alone, sometimes you'll be like, well, I mean, is it too simple?
Mhm.
When I first started, there was people that would like, they would do I'd show them something and they'd be like, well, I mean, it's catchy. I'd be like, and for the longest time, I was like, wait,
Cool. Let's do it.
Yeah, I know, right? I never,
All right, then we
say
got
it
it.
like a negative thing.
Yeah. Well, I like the hook line,
Yeah.
but
Yeah.
like,
Well, I mean,
yeah, there is.
I
people
like to
that,
sing it. It's memorable.
No, there is.
but-
There's a lot of. I have done some co-writing, same deal, where I'm just like, same deal. I'm just like, you're just trying to change it to make it yours, but at the end of the day, it's just coming back to what I already had. You're just changing them to the, you know, or it to its, and just that little tiny stuff that you're just like, you're getting the co-write. Can we move on? Like, you don't have to nitpick all of the little tiny things. We'll do that after. Like, I will, when I'm done with a song, I will go back and redo the whole thing. You change a lot of little tiny little things that
Some
make
people
more
don't,
sense.
though.
No, some people don't. Some people
And,
just
no.
continue on with
Yeah.
what they have, and that's fine. And I've done that before, and I've done it a lot. And I've found myself over the years changing the lyrics to the songs that have already been recorded on records and the whole deal. And I've had, it's not like a drastic change, but like every record that I have, there's at least 1 or 2 songs that I've changed lyrics on when I sing them live.
Yeah.
And or re-recorded them on a live record or something like that. And everyone's like, oh, why did you sing that one different than what you did the first time? It's like, because I felt like after I went back and listened to it and sang it 1,000 times, I thought it was a shitty line. So I changed it.
Yeah, it's been one of the, I wouldn't say problems. It's been something that I've noticed with a lot of like producers and engineers. Most of them are like drummers, bass players, those types, you know.
Mm-hmm.
So like in terms of putting a track together, and
Those
getting
types.
groove, sure. They're like really great at that element of it. But most of them, admittedly, will be like, "Oh, well, I'm not really a lyrics guy," or like, and most of them aren't singers. A lot of them. I'm generalizing, of course, but
Sure.
And so I've noticed in the studio a lot of times, like if the songwriter or the performer isn't maybe if they don't have that like extreme attention to detail, there will be like lyrical stuff and vocal stuff that I'm like, how are we like just not paying attention to that right now? Because
Yeah.
the producer respect sounds great.
Yeah.
Sounds great to me. And I'm like, yeah, but you admittedly like
Sounds good in here.
yeah, you just admitted you don't even listen to lyrics. So and you're not like a vocalist. So you don't know even how to maybe push somebody in a direction or like encourage them. Like, I think you can nail this a little better. Are you really wanting to say this here? This is hitting me weird.
Absolutely.
And there's just been environments that I've been in where I'm like, you spend 2 days getting the track put together, and then it's like, you ready to do vocals? And it's just like, oh, okay. Yeah, okay.
Yeah.
And then just like throw him in there, and he's not warmed up, and then he gets like 3 passes
Just
at it.
ate a slice of pizza.
Yeah. And they're like, sounds great.
Yeah.
And I'll just
Drink
like,
a gallon of chocolate milk.
Yeah.
Yeah. No, it is. It's weird but I think that's very important as to what you're talking about too, is to make sure when you are going in the studio that you are prepared. That's what your producer, that's his job. And his job is to make sure that X, Y, and Z is ready to go. And then it doesn't necessarily have to be 100% nailed down on a lot of stuff, but you got to have, the producer should have his eye on what they want to hear, the tones they want to hear from guitars, the tones they want to hear from the snare drum, the tones they want to hear from the bass, that like the vibe that you're going for is very important. And so I do feel like when you are working with somebody that is more of a sounds good, like that, nailed it, it's just like, let me just write you a check. How's that? Here you go, Bart.
Yeah, are you sure?
Like,
I mean, honestly, can I take you home? I'd rather you just like,
exactly. Hey, so what are you doing later?
yeah. I don't need you here in the studio.
Yeah, I don't need you here to pump up my ego.
Yeah.
I want you here to do your job, which is make sure you get the best sound out of the musicians that are in the room. And that is a huge thing.
But some of them, I think, maybe like have some PTSD from some like front guys or singers that are like not open to criticism at all.
Well, that's true too. I could see that.
So,
I'm opposite. I'm an open book. As
weird.
soon as somebody tells me they, like producer wise, if they say, I don't really like the way that song is like going as far as this verse, or we need an extra verse, or we need, I think we should take this verse out completely and add just another chorus, put the chorus in here. And like, you have to be open-minded in my particular.
Yeah, but where did you get that? The openness for that?
I don't know, to be honest with you. I guess, I don't know, maybe it's just my demeanor, but it's also probably from learning from a child playing music my whole life, always being told that could be better if we did this, or maybe try that. And maybe we end up going back to my original stuff. But just, I've always been told, let's give it a shot. And if you have an open mind to give it a shot without putting up the fisticuffs on it. And sometimes you have to go back to it. Sometimes you do. Sometimes you have
worst
to go
case
back and be
scenario, you
like,
just
no,
go-
I like
yeah.
it better this way. But that doesn't mean that you can't cut it A and B and go, well, let's see which one sounds better. And then everybody sits down and you all listen to it. And sometimes the producer goes, yeah, you know what? You were right. It sounds much better this way.
Dude, there's environments that I've been in where we spend more time talking about why we shouldn't try to do something.
Yeah. That's
spend
fun.
more time
Isn't that fun?
doing that
Watching
than,
the old
like-
money clock go around.
And I'm like, guys, we could have already just tried the idea. Like, it was literally just go to the ride instead. Like, we could have just
yeah.
heard-
Yeah. A sizzle would have been just fine.
Holy cow. If we don't like it, just don't do it. Daggone. We just spent 30 minutes talking about why we didn't. want
Yeah.
to.
Why don't we? Well, we could. Well, but what if, because I'm thinking.
Well, yeah, that's like the first, that's
Yeah.
like my first.
You know what I'm
red
kind of
flag.
thinking is,
Yeah.
it's like, yeah, well, if you're thinking it, let's do it.
Just do it.
Yeah, I'm
So let me hear
gonna
it.
get in here. Let's get it done. And I don't care what that is. I could be doing that my day-to-day life is like that. Same deal. It's like, well, I'm thinking about maybe putting paprika in the.
Just
Put
splash it
some
there.
paprika in there. Yeah, just
Like,
do it.
I don't know how the paprika is going to react to the.
I have no idea.
Like, I don't know.
It might suck.
Yeah.
Just like this verse.
But like,
But-
but if I just taste the paprika on its own,
Yeah.
I'll be like, what? I mean, I like paprika,
Yeah.
but
yeah.
I don't know what it's going to taste like in that thing I got already going. Yeah.
I kind of wish I would have used cayenne pepper.
Yeah,
It was more
shoot.
fun.
I guess that is the difference between cooking. The stakes are way higher with
Oh,
cooking.
so much
You just
higher.
ruined the whole dish.
Yeah, you missed
You
up the
truly
whole
can't go
thing.
back. You
Yeah.
gotta start over.
No, it's a redo.
Or I guess it would have been like, that would be like recording
That or,
tape or something.
or an add more. It can be an add more.
Oh, true. Oh, dude, that's a
'Cause
hot
you-
take.
'cause you
'Cause-
can,
yeah,
you
no,
can-
honestly,
you can take over.
for music though, like there's when you go back and like honestly listen to some older records, just massive smash hits, and like if you really start analyzing them, you'll just be like, holy cow, like it's all tambourine panned to the left, and it's so loud.
Yeah.
And you're like, I never really noticed how much freaking tambourine was in this, or
Right.
whatever
Yeah,
it is.
sure.
You'll just find
Yeah.
these weird things that you're like, dang.
Yeah.
Where it would be like, the question probably was like, you think we should add tambo?
Yeah.
And then somebody's like, we need to add more, like way more tambo.
Way more.
It needs to be the loudest thing in the mix.
Yeah. Yeah. And it's the same with like people like, I don't think we need tambourine on every single song. And it's like, have you ever listened to a hit song?
Right.
They all have tambourine on them at some point.
That's a fact,
And
dude.
it's a fact, Jack. I mean,
Yeah.
I hate to say it.
It does something to a snare too. like on a backbeat.
There's just a lot of tasteful ways of adding it to where it's just background, keeping that rhythm going. You know,
Mhm.
it's the percussion of a record and a song to me is like, it's a very huge part. Of
I think it's one
all
of the most
songs.
important
Like,
things.
it's like everyone's like, oh, I want it to be dry. I want it to be, I want it to be live. And I like the live cuts. Like, let's all record live. We'll get the live cut. I'm all about that because I want it to be organic in that way. But I also don't want the drummer to be smoking a cigarette, playing drums, and shaking a tambourine at the same time. That's not going to happen and get the right cut. So, can we all agree here that we're going to take a?
How do you
take a
explain to like
side.
a new drummer in the studio how to approach a like groove in like a drum track? So like, how do you explain to them the idea of like, you don't have to do all of this in one take, and getting them to like compartmentalize certain aspects of the groove and approach it differently, and like in a recording way?
In a recording way,
Like how would you
I
approach
say
like
talk
a
to the
new-
producer.
If
No.
only it were that easy.
If it was that easy. But no, I will talk to the producer or the drummer. Bobby is really open-minded and he's great about just, going with the flow if whatever. But the main thing is we want meat and potatoes. That's what we want because we're trying to get bass, drums, and then whatever guitar tracks we can keep and have that organic nice live feel, but then we're gonna stack and stack and stack
Like
as it
other
goes
percussive
on.
elements.
But as far as the drummer goes, yeah, it's like, man, basically needs you to be, your timing has got to be on point. But you know, like I say, a lot of times it does come down to our producer just saying, hey, I during this second time around, I want this fill to be like this. You're a little too busy, or you're a little not busy enough. And you know, I hear that stuff and I talk to our producer about it, and I say, hey man, I really want to, I want this to be a little bit more, you know, in the pocket as opposed to sloppy. And sometimes I'm the opposite. I want this to be more sloppy.
There is
Like
no pleasing you.
there is there's no pleasing me, sir. But yeah, sometimes, you know, I really do. I want to hear, like, and then it also comes down to like snare sounds and kick drum sounds. Like you don't want,
Dude,
you
I
want
love
your
y'all's drums.
kicks to be.
I've always loved y'all's
you know,
drums.
Man, it's I swear it's been like one
Like
of
tones and
my favorite things about our band is like everybody that we've worked with, and all of our drummers have been so good about like letting, like we had John Chipman come in a couple times and just tune the drums because we liked the way he gets his tone, you know.
Wow.
And
How would you describe?
and that's a hard thing to tell your drummer, like,
Bro,
hey, I
absolutely.
got another guy coming in to tune your drums. And then they come in, they sit down, and they're like, holy shit, this, this sounds amazing. You know.
Yeah.
But like our drummer now has been with us so long that he knows what the tone is that we're looking for. But I would say the only thing that is outside of that would be snare drum and cymbals and, you know, hi-hat, and like as far as just complete like timbres is basically what you have to really focus on when you're listening back. Do you want that or do you want the, you know, it really it kind of goes song to song, and that's what breaks down a record when you're trying to get it. But you also have to have it sound complete for the whole record. It can't sound like you're playing a different drum set every single song. So it's kind of cool. I don't know. It's a process that I really enjoy.
Yeah, some people hate it though.
Oh, most people hate it.
Yeah.
Like I don't go in when they're doing drum
Getting
sounds.
sounds,
Like
yeah.
I don't do it. I'm just like, let me know when you're ready for me to come in, and then once we start going, push red.
That's a
I'm
tough one
let's
too. I
go.
understand like going for some basic tones, but again, like you don't know how the paprika is going to taste until it's like actually in the stew. So
Mhm.
like, how is that snare actually going to sit with the
Right.
vocals or the guitars?
Yeah.
Like you don't know it until everybody really
Yeah.
starts playing together. So
Exactly.
tinkering, like
Yeah, you never know. And it's also the same with like drums and bass, or they are, you know, brother and sister. They gotta be same deal. Like the bass tone might not be working with the kick drum now, so then you gotta switch out the bass and get a different. The whole thing about it is it's such a process, and I don't like the technical part of it. The sound part of it, I love. I love being involved in. Nope, I don't like that as much as I liked that, you know. But I don't like the standing around talking about the AM57
No.
that we're going to use, or maybe we should try a 6640, and just like
I can appreciate that it's necessary. Yeah, I do
Yeah.
not like it
It's
because
like
I
that
don't
part I
have
hate.
that
Yeah.
thing to me.
Yeah, it's not fun.
I can appreciate it's necessary though.
No, it is. It's very necessary.
not
If you
gonna
don't do it,
learn.
you're not going to get the
Correct.
sound that you
Yeah.
like, you know.
But
And, you know,
having
like,
people that are able to
Yeah, like
handle that part.
not to name drop, but Oddly Freed, he texted me, was listening to our record. I sent him a record, and he played on our whole last record. And he goes, hey, I listened to your new record. And he was like, what amp were you using and what mic were you using? And I was like, I'm gonna have to get back to you on that, because that was David Beta, our producer. I was like, I'll have to get with him and find out, but he's Sheryl Crow's guitar player. I mean, and he's badass as you can get, you know. And for him to actually be hearing something out of that record and go, what's that?
Yeah.
Because he produces a lot of stuff too, you know, but he wanted to know what that was. And I thought that was really cool that his ear caught exactly what it was on one song.
Do you think years ago, maybe like 80s, 70s, do you think the average listener in the public cared more about some of that stuff than they do now?
As far as like just
Production.
bands, production,
I just hear
like that
some
kind of
older
stuff.
people always talk about, it's like they're always so jazzed about talking about like they'll know like guitar players that played in this band and like they went over here and they recorded at this studio and
Yeah.
but it seems like nowadays that's maybe not as prevalent. I think it might be even as simple as like liner notes and on the
I
records.
think that yeah, absolutely. I think that it's disappearing rapidly and has been for years. And it's kind of like, to me, I'm still I want the record so I can, like, first thing I do is I put the record on and I immediately open it up and I start reading who the musicians are. And 9 times out of 10, I'm like, oh, badass, you know, like so and so played on this or so and so sang on this, or, you know, like I feel like that has disappeared almost completely at this point. I think it's non-existent. Like, and I feel like it's too bad too for the great studio musicians that are out there that are putting down most of the tracks in LA, Nashville, wherever they're doing it. I feel like they're doing their work and the people are still getting their sounds, but they don't even know who the hell it is. And I feel like it's sad because it's such an art form and you handpick these people for this particular project or this particular song, or, you know, like we get Buck Allen to play accordion on one song, you know, and it's like he's one of the best there is out there. And it's like people don't even know or even take the time to figure out who was playing, you know, accordion on it. We always have Mickey Raphael play harmonica on our records. And same deal. It's like, you know, Mickey, you really don't have to look at the liners to know it's Mickey. But at the same time, I think it's one of those things I don't think people are spending
not
the
in the
time
same way that they used
figuring
to.
it out. No, not at all. Like if it's not on a Willie Nelson record, you're not, you know, you're not recognizing that. And his style is just,
dude,
a style of its own, you know, and that's, you know, that's why we got him in, you know, because that's the sound that I want.
If it helps you at all, there's, you know, I like to think I'm in a group that is trying to extend some old traditions and give a shit about cutting records and being a good musician, the best that you can be. You know, trying to do it at like a high level is cool, but also just like really caring about like the actual art form is very, very important to me.
Sure.
If big success comes of it, cool. I heard somebody who was an actor. Man, it might have been Bradley Cooper. I heard like somebody was asking like, how do you like keep the fire, I guess the confidence to keep going? And he was like, when I first started, I had to shake hands with my 60-year-old self teaching an acting class at a high school. Like I had to shake hands with that person when I first started. Basically like accepting the idea that if I never receive like mainstream success, don't get to where maybe I want to be, am I still going to be okay with it and happy with it and content with it? And that really resonated with me.
No,
it's like,
it's a great way of thinking about it. I mean, you're the mind aspect is right there in the world of, like, I started at such a young age playing music myself, but like the first band that I went and saw was the Everly Brothers, and then it was Willie Nelson, and that was like the first 2 major bands that I saw. But for the most part, in between, it was my dad's friends' bands, and my dad and his brothers, and like everybody jamming in the living room and things like that. But like that was, I guess, my version of falling in love with the product that I wanted to see, and being able to live that out. Yeah, I wouldn't turn it around and be like, oh God, I never became the big superstar. I'd still just really enjoy playing the music that we play, and
Hell yeah.
so that's the way that I look at it.
Same here.
As far as, I'm no Bradley Cooper, but
You kind of have a little. You actually kind of look similar.
oh yeah,
The more that I think about
you know,
it.
I get that all the time.
100%.
Me and Tom Cruise.
All right, dude. Well, we got to get you to a show. You're playing over in Denton, so
Yeah.
I'm gonna come over there and watch y'all too.
Awesome, man.
But thanks
Yeah,
for
it's gonna
doing
be
this,
fun.
man.
Well, thank you for
Yeah,
having
you're
me
a
in
G.
here. This is a cool little joint, man.
Yeah, thanks.
I
man.
hope maybe we'll do it again.
Yeah, we'll ride
like
some
it.
Bronx next time.
Yeah, well, get them saddled.
Yeah, we'll hop on that one together.
Yeah. What am I, Dale Brisby?
Do you mind taking a couple minutes just to, if you have anything that you want to promote?
Oh yeah, if you want to plug anything,
I don't.
the Festy or
We talk about Braun Brothers.
Yeah, sure.
A little bit.
Yeah, we sure can.
You want to share about that?
Yeah, absolutely. Yeah.
Always good to get that out.
Yeah.
y'all been doing that for quite a while now. Braun Brothers.
Yeah, it's over 40 years. So it's been going on. My dad started it with his brothers. And so it's been going on for quite some time. But anyway, it's been out, and me and my brothers took over probably about 15 years ago, and we've been bringing all of our friends out. We started out the first year that we moved it to Chalice. Dad was like, oh, he always had like his friends come and play, Pinto Bennett and Headwaters and bands like that were around Idaho. And he was like, you guys got any friends from Texas that you want to bring out? And we were like, yeah, we got some friends. So our first year we brought Cross Canadian Ragweed out, and they were there every year until they broke up. And then Cody continued to come back and play every year, and he still has. He's a bro, so he'll always be there. But we have numerous people over the years that are we kind of skip year to year, different people, but we have a lot of the same people back over the years. And you got your Susie Bogus and your Jeff Crosby's there every year, which is a good friend of ours who's an Idaho native and a guy that we co-write with all the time. And then my dad's brothers come out and we do a Braun family show every Saturday. It's pretty fun. It's always the most hectic show of the whole deal. We always,
How come?
oh, just because like none of us, we're all musicians, and we all, oh yeah, I got it, and then once you start putting the show together, it's like, whoa, Christ, I haven't played that in here, so it's always a bounce around kind of a deal, but it's a lot of fun. Like once I was in charge of it last year, and then we kind of filter it around to the brothers to be like, who's in charge of the shit show this year?
Oh, y'all swap off.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But Willie and I usually take the reins. Cody did it for a couple of years, so I guess it's not true. We've all taken our hand in it. But it's always fun, and we always just basically have, I would say 75% of the people playing there are people that we've been touring with for 25 years or more. And then we start throwing in new kids here and there.
I know, I've
see
always
what
been
happens.
really impressed with y'all help out a bunch of young artists and give them.
We try to. I mean, that's kind of our vibe is getting the voices out to that neck of the woods in a larger scale, to where they can come back and tour throughout the year. Like I brought Parker out the first time, and because I'd written with him, and I told the guys, I was like, man, this kid's he's a great musician. He's a great songwriter, great singer. So we brought him out, and unfortunately it started raining like halfway through his set. So he only got to play like half a set. So the next year I was like, hey, I want to have Parker back. And they were like, I'm about having 2 years in a row. And I was like, but he kind of got screwed last year on his deal. And he's like, it's going to be a good deal. Like he's he's doing pretty good. I don't think he's going to draw a lot of numbers in Idaho, but we'll see what happens. And he came back and got to play a full show, and it was awesome. And then the next year, untouchable.
Crazy, isn't it?
Sorry, don't have the dough, kid.
That timeline's accelerated even more now.
Yeah, no, but we've had like all kinds of people like that, and then a lot of people that still just out of the I wouldn't say generosity, but the fact that they love playing our festival, they still come back. Like we got Randy Rogers and Wade Bowens, and like people that come back every single year just because we're cool guys, man.
I mean, come on.
No, it's
get
it's
Bradley
more or less,
Cooper and Tom Cruise in one person.
Hey, let's get them in there, But no, we've lucked out in the world of having a lot of great friends over the years, and they come out and they like to party and hang out with us and have a good weekend, and we try and kind of put them up and treat them as the best that we can, and like family, and that's what the Braun Brothers reunion is it's a family hangout, but just a bunch of friends that are getting together for a weekend in Idaho to have a good time.
I've always heard amazing things about it. So
you should come out sometime.
Dude, throw my name in the hat for sure.
Oh, yeah,
I would
man.
be honored. Yeah, it'd be great. I've always heard awesome things about it.
No, it's awesome. It really is. It's a nonstop fun fest from the day the door opens. It never stops.
Yeah.
But
40 years, it says a lot about you guys as people.
Yeah. Well, yeah. I mean,
it's tough, dude. It's hard.
It's a hard thing to do, especially these days with all the other festivals that are going on that are, kind of doing the same kind of genre. We got people in Wyoming, we got people in Montana, we got people in Colorado, we got people in Utah.
I would always.
And they're all doing the same thing, and then they're piggybacking each other all around, trying to, it's like, oh, I see these guys are coming here, they're going to the reunion, so let's grab them here. And it's really cool that music is getting spread around, but it does spread it a little bit where you're like, oh.
Well, and there's
God damn it! I wanted to have Turnpike Troubadours this year.
But there's a legit thing going on now, like you would know, where you have these first year festivals that just pop up all over the place.
Yeah, they do.
And they're I gotta be honest, they're a money grab.
Yeah.
And like they don't have the infrastructure in place. It's not actually about developing any sort of real community or like any relationship with the patrons or the people showing up. All you hear are horror stories. You see it posted on social media where it's like, this place didn't have anywhere to go to the bathroom, there wasn't water, and then it's like after that year the place just disappears. It doesn't ever pop up again.
Yeah, exactly.
And it's like go support some festies that have like been doing it for a while. They're gonna treat you right.
Yeah. Well, we have it down, and we have a cap on like how many people we let in. We don't. If we have a big band that's overselling for a night, it's like, sorry, you should have got your tickets early, and that's because of bathrooms, food, places to sit, stand, like all those things are important to us, to where we want every person that comes in there to actually sit down and enjoy the show. And we also only do one stage, so that's another big thing.
We're you mean you don't have three playing at the same time?
We don't have a band over here, but you got to run over here if you want to catch this band. And no, we have one stage. Everybody plays on the same stage, so you get to see everybody that's on the marquee.
But you need to have TV screens up next to them too, giant screens where you can be playing a football game.
Yeah, and have Bob Dylan come and he can put his hoodie on.
Yeah, dude.
I actually went and saw Dylan about a month ago, and it was him and Willie Nelson. It was and Sheryl Crow.
Whoa.
And it was awesome. What a great show.
I bet.
Yeah, but I gotta say, I love Willie Nelson and I love Bob Dylan, but Sheryl Crow.
That was the one.
That was the one.
Totally.
Yeah. And I love her band too.
I get it, man.
They're the best.
I get it.
But yeah, it was funny. I was watching the show and I was with my wife and I was like, so Oddly played guitar on the record. Fred played drums on our record, and I've written with all of the people on this. I was just like, Jesus, what a great band, and they just rocked. I mean, they literally just blew the faces off of everybody. It was so cool, really fun.
Where was it?
It was in Minfield, I think Minfield, Massachusetts.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, something like that. Something field. Somewhere about, it was about an hour from my house.
Dude, just get, next year at Brown Brothers, just get.
Yeah, I think, well,
Bob
I can call everybody else on, on
Willy,
stage and
yeah.
just be like, hey, come on down.
Yeah.
What are you guys doing?
It'll be no problem.
Guys just, yeah. What are you, 93?
Suck it up, dude.
God. It's only about 7,000 miles back and forth. But yeah, no, it would be awesome to have that, but that's not going to happen.
Probably not. Cool, man. Well, thanks, bro.
Absolutely, man. Thank you.
What time is it? We got
We got 2 things to do. And then we're
Yeah.
All right.
See